Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं ऋतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः सर्वत्र गोविन्दनाम संकीर्तनं गोविन्द गोविन्द हरि ओम तत्सत् Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam 11th canto Nimi Navayogi Samvadam. In this Upakhyanam, in yesterday's satsang, we have seen the fourth question asked by the Raja Nimi to the Prabuddha Yogeshwara. The question is how to cross over the samsara. Maya. Maya is equal to samsara. Samsara is equal to Maya. Samsaram is equal to mimsaram. If you want Tamil word also. Then Prabuddha Rishi started explaining, and we have seen yesterday he is giving a lot of practices, sadhanas. Sir, I asked about how to cross the Maya and you are talking something. Follow the Maunam, follow the Japa, follow the Tapas and all that. I am asking how to cross this ocean of samsara, Maya. That is only I am telling, my dear Raja. You have to practice all these things, then you will cross over. Being I am using the crossing the ocean of samsara, then what the teacher here Prabuddha wants to convey, sit in the boat of the Shastra. That boat is controlled by, the boatman is the Guru. The Kayavartakaha in the Dhyana Shloka of Bhagavad Gita, Keshavaha. Here the Kaivartakaha, Guruhu. So sit on the boat of the Shastra, and that boat you cannot control it. So that should be the boatman required to take that boat carefully. So that Guru. Then this set of practices are all will help you to cross over the Maya. So don't think that this is something what I am telling and crossing over the Maya means in which train, which flight, how I have to travel, how many hours it will take. No. It is not like that. It is not physical thing. Everything you have to change your inner climate. Okay? You need not to do anything outside. So nearly 16 sadhanas. Most of the sadhanas are explained in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras in the name of Yamanemas, and many practices are told by Bhagavan Shri Krishna in 17th chapter. In the 17th chapter. So, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yogam. After explaining about talking about the 16th topic yesterday, I concluded with the Aharam. Ahara Niyamam is very important. To say simply about the Aharam is simple, sattvic, nutritious diet. Okay? That much is enough. Care of, again, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan very detailedly explained about each one. Rajoguna Ahara, Sattvaguna Ahara, Tamoguna Ahara. Everything he explained. So after explaining about Ahara, next shloka today, he tells that Shraddham Bhagavate Shastre Nindam Anyatra Chapihi Manova karma dandam cha satyam shamadamavapi. Another set of practices. The first he says, you must have Shraddha on Bhagavata Shastram. The word is used, it is Bhagavate Shastre. But the meaning is not only Bhagavatam, the Shastra, the words uttered, told by, given by the Lord. Bhagavat Shastram, Bhagavata Shastram. That means what? From the Veda onwards. No? Veda means the voice of the Lord is the Veda. That Veda is apaurusheyam. It is not told by anybody. So, Sakshat Paramatma given that Vedam, apaurusheyam, Shabda Pramanam, and he is mentioning that Shraddham Bhagavate Shastre. Okay, that means what? All Astika Shastras. To develop the Astika Buddhi, you must have the Bhakti, but that is not enough. You must listen to the Shastra. In that Bhagavata Shastram and Bhagavad Gita Shastram, all are Shastras only, sometimes small Prakarana Granthas, Niti Shatakas, you listen anything. The Guru explains, you squeeze out the saram and give to you. So, Shraddham Bhagavate Shastre. And if you are following particularly, suppose this Advaita philosophy, and in the world there are so many philosophies, there are so many people following the different methods also, and they are all also Astikas. Never disrespect or criticize any Astika who differs with your view. You chosen this, you know very well this is the way. Your conviction is that. So you follow that, you walk in that path, but never criticize, never do the ninda. Nindam anyatra chapi. Other paths also, they are all good to certain people in certain levels. So let them walk in their path. Don't be adamant or don't be fanatic. That fanaticism only now in the world creating the problems because of certain, in some religions. So that fanaticism is there in Hindu religion itself. That create a lot of problem. We have spoiled ourselves because we have no unity. We are not able to understand and synthesize and synchronize the whole broad view of the integrated approach of the Shastra. Somehow it happened because of the Kalam, because Bhagavan himself accepted that I taught this Shastram long ago to Surya Bhagavan, then to Ikshvaku, like that it came. Now, Kale api mahatao nashtaha, because of the time. So again I will come and again I will renew it, revise it, protect it, dharma samsthapanarthaya. So you encourage all the Astikas. That's why even though we are Advaitis inside fully, like Shankaracharya. See, Shankaracharya inside Advaiti, but outside if you see, he is looking like a Dvait. Outside means all his compositions, he is traveling to all the places, visiting so many temples. And how many stotras he written? No one can compete or write like that, na bhuto na bhavishyati. So many. On every god he has written the stotra. But understand that how come such Advaita philosopher can write Saguna Sakara so many stotras? It looks like contradictory, isn't it? But if you are thoroughly, properly view, then you will understand. Okay. So we must also should be very lovable, very acceptable, okay, from our family onwards. Advaita for my sake, okay. So Advaita for, our Swami used to say, keep Jnanam with you and show the love in the world. Love in the world. So their bhakti. To love is the bhakti. To be loved by is the bhakti. If people are hating you and you hate the people, then there is no meaning that to call you as the bhakta. So, very important point. Then, mano va karma dandam cha. It is one phrase. He is telling, have the control of the mind, have the control of your speech, have the control of your actions. How? I will tell you in a simple way. By pranayama, you can calm down, slow down, and keep the mind under control. Pranayama, because the breath is very close to the mind and of course to the body also. Breath is the bridge between the body and mind according to yogic science. So use that breath, the bridge, and in both the sides you can balance it. So that is through pranayama control your mind. Through maunam you control your speech. Okay, he didn't explain all that. He just given that whole practice. Okay, manasa vacha karmana, and then karma. How I can how can I make the actions as a good actions? How can I make my karma into karma yoga? Simple, by offering the karma phala. Karma phala tyagena, you can get rid of from the effects of the karma. Okay? Don't expect anything. Offer the karma phala to the Lord. That is all the essence of the 3rd chapter, 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, up to 5th also. So these are the 3 things. Karma, you see, we have the fear in one certain stage, not after reaching the higher Vedanta, but karma, if I do this, what is going to happen? If this may give papa, this may give punya. I have to all the time constantly, very vigilant about my actions. So the simple principle is offer the karma phala, everything to the Lord. Do for the sake of the Lord. Do with the attitude of gratitude. Convert your work into worship. That's all. Simple. You analyze these 2 words. I am giving a simple English meaning. To analyze, to understand, follow the Bhagavad Gita teaching or Bhagavata further. Just to remember, we give a simple like this statement. Gratitude, attitude. So, that is he said, telling, then follow the Satyam. Satyam vada dharmam chara. All these principles. Satyameva jayate. Nanrutam. So follow the Satyam. And then he tells about the Shamadamadi Shatka Sampatti. He mentions only Shama and Dhamma. Also api practice. When we say Shama Dhamma, you must remember that entire Shama Shatka Sampatti. Shama Dhamma Uparati Titiksha Shraddha Samadhana. All 6. Now, I would like to remind you Bhagavad Gita shlokas, particularly this Bhagavan very beautifully defined and bifurcated this tapas, kayika tapas, manasik vangmaya tapas and kayika tapas. Worthy to remember and by heart these shlokas. One is about the kayika tapas, means what, sir? With the body, I have to sit like this, I have to stop eating, I have to do fasting, or I have to grow my hair. What is the kayika tapas? Or I have to remove my hair, shave my head? No. Bhagavan tells in Gita, Deva Dvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shaucha Marjavam Brahmacharya Mahimsacha Shariram Tapamuchyate. You have to by heart these shlokas and constantly remember that. Am I following this? If I am following at least few of these things, I am doing Kayika Tapas. What is told mainly important thing? Do Deva Puja. Now, do the Dvija. I mean, respect the, worship the God, worship the Brahmana, Dvija, because Brahmana should know the Vedam, Brahmana should teach the Vedam, should protect the Vedam, should follow the Vedam. That is the rule. Just by Kula Brahmana, I keep saying I am a Brahmana, there is no use, simply to say. So Kula Brahmana is not important, Guna Brahmana, you must be as a Guna Brahmana. Then Pujanam, Deva Dvija Guru, that word is there. So for me, my Guru is everything. Then serve. At home, serve to the elders. And wherever you see somebody is studied Veda, any Pujari also, you must respect them. They studied Veda. They are keeping the Veda in their mouth all the time. And they keep on teach or chant or worship the Lord. For our sake, they do rituals. So, Deva Dvija Guru Pragnam, the wise people, the elderly people. Okay? So even they are not wise, but they are elders means you must respect. What they say sometimes may not suits to you, but still you have to respect. Many times what parents says children won't like. But we say, okay, they are uneducated, they don't know. Now you are a modern man or modern person, but are you respecting them? Are you talking and giving on their face? No, in front of the elders, you should not shout. You should not raise your voice. Same way in front of the Guru also. Must be very careful. So, like this cleanliness, straightforwardness, brahmacharya. These are all the points already yesterday we have seen, but I am just reminding what Lord said in the Gita. Now, other two also I remind you. What about the speech? Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmaya tapa uchyate. Each word I have to explain and take a lot of time, but I won't take. Don't worry, I have to complete this Navayogi. All of you know, many of you studied Bhagavad Gita, recall it, remember it, look into it, okay, and do Nididhyasanam, how much these things are within me. And then Bhagavan says about what is the Manasika Tapas? Manasika Tapas, Manah Prasada Saumyatvam Maunamatma Vinigraha Bhava Samshuddhirityetat Tapo Manasa Uchyate. This is all Manasika Tapas. In one shloka there are so many words. Each word should be analyzed. It's a just reminder for you, that's all. So this is what here Prabuddha Rishi also talking about. Now, after saying this, now he is coming to the, slowly he is going to conclude shortly. In next shloka he says that, listen, O Raja, whatever you do, okay, yajna, karma, dana, tapas, japam, this, that, so many, any vratam, all that. And not only that, including your own family, your wife, your children, your property, particularly persons, people, everything offer to the Ishvara. That means what, sir? Consider, think that they are not belong to me, they are the property of the Ishvara. It is only temporarily I have to associate with them. I have no any right and control fully on them and to do. I just love, whether they are good or bad, that's all. I just do my duty towards to them, that's all. No attachment, no aversion, no raga, no dvesha. So in that way, you can offer everything to the Lord. Sarvam Narayanayeti Samarpayami. He specially mentions here Dara, Suta, Gruham, everything. He is giving big list. Generally, I offer money in the hundi. I offer you vastram to Lord. I offer the pulamala, this, that, payasam, some many things we offer. People will put lot of money in the Balaji, Tirumala, Tirupati hundi now, but they don't want to offer first of all their ahankara, their proudness and arrogance, and they don't offer. They consider that these are all my possessions, my own. Nothing is belongs to you. You came naked, you are going by naked you are going. You didn't bring anything when you are coming into this world. We will go without anything. Then why you in between suffer and claim all these things? Very important shloka. Nivedanam. He using the word here. Tat parasmai nivedanam. Okay, to the Lord, Ishvara. Everything belongs to this Prakruti. The bodies belongs to the Prakruti. Everything. We buy the land. This is my land. I am the owner of this land. You created the land. Simply, this is Vyavahara. Don't stuck up in this. Simply act in the Vyavahara, but never had that feeling. So this is the important suggestion he gives. Next, after that, then he is praising about if person practices all this with a tremendous devotion inside, believing everything belongs to the Lord, and that bhakta very easily, he is slowly culminating this topic into the pure bhakti, unconditional love, devotion. By saying that, in the last shloka, he says, Iti Bhagavatam Dharma. This is the last shloka for the fourth question answered by the Prabuddha. Okay. Iti Bhagavatam Dharman Sikshan Bhaktya Taduthaya Narayana Paro Mayam Anjastarati Dustarat. Very easily, Anjasa. Anjasa means very easily you can cross over this Maya by following all this. Iti Bhagavatam Dharman. Whatever I spoken to you, these are all belongs to Bhagavata Dharma. And you asked how to cross. Follow this, you will cross over it. Bhagavatam Sikshan, by following. Bhaktya, with commitment, sincerity, with Shraddha Bhakti. He used only one word, Bhaktya. For Vedantic students, Bhaktya means a lot of words we have to add. Being sincere, being regular, being punctual, being honest. You can add 100 words to it. Even for Shraddha, we cannot give one word from any dictionary meaning. So many words if you put, then it becomes Shraddha. Same way, Bhakti. So he is using the word Bhaktya. Then, so in this way, everything you consider, it all belongs to the Lord. Everything is, he using the word now, Narayana Paraha. So in this way, who are all the time thinking about the Narayana, everything is offered to the Narayana, they can cross over this Maya, Samsara, the cycle of transmigration very easily, which is Dustaram, but Anjasa they can cross over. Dustaram means very difficult to cross over. But they can do if they follow this. So here Narayana word. In the same Bhagavata, in some other place, it is, in the beginning itself it's told, Narayana paro vedaha, Narayana paro makhaha, Narayana paro devaha, Narayana paragatihi. Like this, in one shloka, the Sukha Mahamuni tells that Narayana paraha Veda. Vedas, what they are talking? They talk about the Narayana. Narayana word meaning already I have given 3 days back. Again I will remind you, you should not have any confusion. Narayana means Gnanam. Naram means Gnanam. Who is the Gnana Swarupam? That is called Narayana. So Brahman, a Brahman definition Upanishad gives Satyam, Gnanam, Anantam, Brahma. That Gnanam aspect is the Narayana. They are not separate. Oh, Gnanam aspect, another aspect, who is, sir? No another aspect. Just for the sake of communication, 3 words, Satyam, Gnanam, Anantam, they are not different, one and the same. So, Narayana Paro. Makaha, all the yajnas, yagas, whatever you do, everything is to know that Gnana Swarupam Narayana Brahman, or offering. If you say at the only middle bhakti level, offer everything. As like all the waters whichever rained on the earth flows through so many rivers, Svetashvara Upanishad example, and all the rivers ultimately reach to the ocean. That is their origin, isn't it? From there they gone and took some other form, fell in some other place, then again come to the same, in the same way. So, Narayana Paragatihi. That means knowing yourself, and that yourself is nothing but the Brahman, that Brahman is nothing but the Narayana. So in this way, he concludes his answer by mentioning this word Narayana, and that Narayana has got this much meaning. Okay. Then after that, the Raja asking another question. And that means that particular Rishi answered and he kept quiet. When he becomes silent, he is very anxious. Then immediately they may get up and go. Let me ask one more question. And each yogi answering only for one question. So other question goes to another Yogeshwara. They have got understanding among themselves, like your quiz. Rajovacha. Here again, because he concluded with the Narayana word, and this listener Raja catch hold of that Narayana word and asking, Narayana Abhidanasya Brahmana Paramatmanaha Nishtamarhadano Vaktum Yuyam Hi Brahma Vittamaha. You know everything, you are all knowers, you are the wise people, Brahma Vittamaha. If I am eligible, fit to listen, please tell that what is that Narayana. And he is asking, Narayana Abhidanasya Brahmana Paramatmanaha. They keep on telling this Narayana, who is nothing but the Brahmana. You understand now? I am not simply telling my dictionary meaning. Naram means Gnanam. So Gnana Swarupam. The Raja asking, which is Paramatma, who is Paramatma, or which is the Parama, and who is called, which is better, neuter gender, which is called as Brahman, and that same Brahman is called Narayana Abhidana, and calling with that name. Narayana Abhidanasya Brahmana Paramatmanaha. And Vaktum Naha, you please teach us. He is not asking for his own, for his sake. There are so many audience are there. That's why you should not have that kind of conjuice nature also. எனக்கு குரு யாருக்கு சொல்லி தரக்கூடாது, எனக்கு மட்டும்தான் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கணும், எனக்கு கூட தான் பேசணும், என்னதான் பார்க்கணும். I told it is 1-to-1 teaching only. But that is your bhavana. Your bhavana should be 1-to-1 teaching. My guru is talking to me for my sake, exclusively is talking for my sake. If you have that attitude, you will progress quickly. All obstacles and disturbances just go away like that. இது குருவுக்கு தேவையில்லை, கேட்குற சிஷ்யனுக்கு தேவை. புரியுறதா இப்போ? Because yesterday I brought out this point, no? Krishna taught to the only one Arjuna, and Krishna taught only to the one Uddhava, and in Upanishads also some places one student, and asking the question. Don't imagine that now in the Kali Yuga, in this life for you. This is more than enough. Here also one-to-one teaching only happening. Okay? So here Narayana Abhidhana says, teach to us, because you are all well versed in that. I am requesting you. Then Pippalayana Uvacha, fifth question, fifth Yogishwara, Pippalayana. The meaning of Pippalayana is who took shelter, surrendered to that Narayana or Vishnu. Actually, I have to use Vishnu word. If I go to that root, why this Pippalayana and all that? Who surrendered? Vishnu, Narayana, all are one and the same only, no? So who took the ashrayam, shelter, surrendered, become the Sharanagati, that person is called Pippalayana. Okay? So he started explaining. Now he is going to, what is the question? Now explain about the Brahman. Then complicated subject now. Morning also we are so deep. Upadesha Sahasra. Okay. I will try to make it as simpler as possible. Now there are 6 shlokas going to come, which are equal to the Upanishad. In Bhagavatam I found so many Upanishads, kutti Upanishads. I used to tell to my students, this is Upanishad. Some are bigger Upanishads are also there. Only thing you have to see in a proper drishti konam, vision. Then you will know nothing is equal to the Upanishad. Sometimes very difficult to grasp. Even Upanishad you can understand, but these shlokas are very complicated. Now it is a very complicated, okay, for me also to communicate, complication. But let the Lord speak. What He wants to bring out, He will bring. I will try to summarize the 6 shlokas. And shlokas also very big. Very big. Pippalayana Uvacha. Be attentive. Alert. T is working? Working. Stityudbhava pralaya heturaheturasya yat swapna jagara sushupti sadbahishcha dehendriyasu hrudayani charanti ena sanjivitani tad avehi param narendra. O Narendra, king among the kings, a great king among the kings, Narendra, tad avehi, no, that is this. Okay. This avehi, avaihi, in Kaivalya Upanishad also, to that Pippalayana Rishi, who is that? Ashvalayana, Brahmadevan. Niye terinchukonu sollitar. Avaihi enna contemplate and niye terinchuko. Rendavathu mantrathile varum. Adashvalayano Bhagavandam Parameshnu Upasametyovacha Adihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Tada Sadbhi Sevyamana Nigudam. Ivar keta, ivar அது நீயே தியானத்தினாலையும் ஏகாக்கிரத்தினாலையும் குரு சேவனாலையும் நீயே தெரிஞ்சுக்கொண்டார். நானே தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறேன், உங்கள்கிட்ட ஏன் சார் வரணும்? நானும் நீ புரிஞ்சுக்கோ. நான் சொன்னது நீ உனக்கு புரியல, அப்படி தான் இப்படி கேள்வி கேட்பேன். புரிஞ்சிச்சு நான் கேள்வி கேட்க மாட்டேன். நீ தெரிஞ்சுக்கோ, புரிஞ்சுக்கோ. Guru, if he says you know by yourself, you must understand that. Otherwise silly questions will come. Okay. Hey Narendra, tad avehi, what? Ena sanjivitani, some words I am taking. Okay, some of you know, familiar with the Sanskrit and so ena sanjivitani, by because of which, because of what, everything is become lively, or everything is existing because of what? Sanjivitani. Sanjeev means making alive, making allowing it to express. What are they? Now he given a big list. Okay. Sthiti Udbhava Pralaya Hetuhu Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanam. Okay. Which is cause? A causeless cause become the cause for the Srishti Sthiti Laya. Causeless cause. So here he brought out that then which is the cause for you to experience Swapna Jagara Sushuptamavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham. Is it? Same. Swapna Jagara Sushupti through Sat Bahishcha. It is inside, it is outside also. Then by being inside, it is making this entire body to function. Deha Indriya Suhrudayani. Deha Indriyasu Hrudayani. That means the entire body, mind, complex, everything. The matter part. Where from that is getting Chaitanyam? When the Chaitanyam is separated, then this Shivam becomes a Shavam. Little spelling change. As long as the Chaitanya is expressed through this instrument, this is Shivam. It will smile, it will laugh, it will do all the things. Once that connection, something happens. We cannot explain what happens, sir, actually. Person gone, dead. என்னமோ ஆயிடுது, அது அப்புறம் சொல்கிறோம். மொத்தத்தில் the Shivam start supplying the electricity, then this body becomes Shavam. Then once it becomes Shavam, it is Apashakunam, Apam, it Ashuddham. Then all kinds of Shuddhi has to be done, all that. Okay? So we are talking at the beginning level of the Vedanta, okay? Don't think bring the Mandukyam now in between. He is also going to develop like that one, Vedanta, how, after how many Upanishads you came to the Mandukyam? After how many Prakarana Granthas and the Bhagavad Gita only you came to? There the talk is entirely different. Okay? Here assorted people, all kinds of are there, including the small boy, child, bright child, my Pranish, all are there. Okay. Anyhow, the way, see how the Rishi is imparting within 6 slokas. That means Shariratrayam and Prapanchatrayam. I have to now bring that words, Kashtamilla, Mandukam Kekadamangal kuda idu puriyum. 3 bodies, 3 kinds of words. I mean, Veshti, Samashti, nothing is there. When you say Veshti, it is called body. When you say Samashti, it is called Prapancha. The 3 avasthas, my personal experience every day to day, I am going through these 3, waking state, dream state, and all these things, where they are happening, which is the adhishtanam for all this. So, 3 gunas, 3 avasthas, Shariratrayam, Gunatrayam, Avasthatrayam, and Devatrayam. விஷ்ணு பிரம்மா 3 பேர் இருக்காங்களே, அவங்களே சேர்த்துக்கலாமே. அவங்க சேர்த்துக்கிட்டா Srishti, Sthiti, Laya word is valuable. Where from these 3, all 3, where they are standing, by keeping support, adharam, by depending on which they are acting. So, know it. Know it. That means I am going to tell, listen carefully means. So he introduced one shloka in this way, the Vedanta. Because the question is crucial, Brahman. Who is this Brahman? Now I will put in a simple way for you to understand a little more clarity. Altogether in the shloka, he is talking about the Nimitta Karanam and Upada Karanam, who is simultaneously nimitta upadana karanam, but abhinnam. When I say upadana karanam and nimitta karanam, the upadana means sat. Upadana means sat, existence. This exists, she exists, he exists, Mike exists, this exists, everything exists is called sat, no? That means it is appearing with nama rupa but existing. That's why we will call it as the upadanam. ஏதோ நாமரூபம் காணப்படுறது, நாமரூபம் எது மேலே காணப்படுறது? சத் only. Because existence is there, existence is appearing to you because of the maya with namarupa. So he wants to convey that upadana karanam is sadrupam and nimitta karanam is chidrupam. Okay, nimitta karanam is chidrupam. So in this way, the sat and chit. Now I will put in a still simple words to understand. Even Pranish can understand. When we say existence, sat means being. Are you exist? You are there? Yes, sir. My existence. I am. Being. How you know that you are there? I know. So being is called sat. Knowing is called chit. Sadeva chit chideva sat. Knowing is being. Brahmavid brahmaiva bhavate. Now you are able to connect all these words. Don't get lost in the words. Namak vendide. Knowing is being. This is the declaration of the Upanishad. Not a simple using English word as a coining. Knowing is being means what? Knowing and being are not separate. நான் இருக்கிறது, நான் இருக்கேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியறது ரெண்டு வேறு வேற நடக்கிறதா? Simultaneous or not? I think you have gone through last 4 days these all points almost. Upadesha Sahasrari, that to 17th chapter. But now you connect to this point also. I made it very simple. The purpose of telling this is Sadeva Chit Chideva Sat. Being is knowing, knowing is being. Sat means upadana karanam, Chit means nimitta karanam. Okay, so altogether when you say this is that, that is this. Being is knowing, knowing is being. Chideva Sat Sadeva Chit means. Why you are talking so many words, sir? Simply, man, for you to entertain. Then Ekameva Dvitiyam, there is no second word. If I use uttered second word, utter confusion will come. That's why Mandukya, Gaudapada, stop talking. Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam. Chumma iru. தமிழில் அந்த வார்த்தை ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும். சும்மா இருக்கிறேன்னு சொல்கிறதுக்கு ஒருத்தர் 100 சூத்திரம் எழுதிட்டார். ஐயா அவ்வளோ கஷ்டமா சார்? ஆமாம், அவ்வளோ கஷ்டம். தட்ஸ் வை சும்மா இருக்கிற 100 சூத்திரங்கள் தமிழில். ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் த எசன்ஸ் ஆஃப் திஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லோகா. தென் செகண்ட் ஒன். எனக்காக ஸ்லோகம் படிச்சுக்கிறேன், நீங்கள் கஷ்டப்படுங்க. சம்ஸ்கிருதம் தெரிஞ்சவங்க கொஞ்சம் ஆனந்திச்சுடுங்க. नैतन्मनो विशति वागुतचक्षुरात्मा प्राणेन्द्रियाणि च यथा अनलमच्चिष्य स्वाह शब्दोऽपि बोधकनिषेधतयात्ममूलम् अद्धोक्तमाह यदृते न निषेधसिद्धिः. Some words ஏதோ இருக்கு சார், வேதாந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் இருக்கு சார் அதில். பளிச்சன தெரியாத விஷயம் என்னன்னா அனலஹா அச்சிஹி. இது எங்கோ உபனிஷத்தில் கேட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கு. தென் போதக நிஷேத நிஷேதம் நேதி நேதி கேட்டோம். So very beautifully he is telling. I will summarize this. See, as you want to negate everything. Negate means adi irundha idu irukum. Okay, anvaya vyatirekabhyam neti neti vakyata, all this Vedanta prakriyas. If this is there, that will be there. If this is not there, that won't be there. Coexistence, coabsence. But in this, there is some little confusion. If this is there, that will be there. If this is not there, that won't be there. Sir, instead of you are telling this, I can't say, if this is not there, that won't be there. If this is there, this will be there. In the this and that, can I change, sir? No. Very subtle point. And coexistence, coabsence, and okay, இது இருந்தால் இது இருக்கும், இது இல்லைன்னா இது இல்லைன்னு அது இருக்காதுன்னா, அப்போ அது இல்லைன்னா இது இருக்காதா சார்? இங்கே எதி adi எதி இது, which I have to take, because your philosophy and your policy is ekam. Why now you are talking about two? இதில் எது சத்தியம் சார், எது நான் முக்கியமாக எடுத்துக்கணும் சார், ப்ரைமரியாக எடுத்துக்கணும் சார், கொஸ்டின் வரணும். ஓகே, இது சும்மா கை இதுதான் சத்தியம், அது இல்லை, அது நீ இது நீ அது பண்ணாது, அது நீ இது பண்ணணும்னு எனக்கு அது இதுதான், this is this only. That's why Tattvamasi also has got this confusion. Tat, you and that. Oh, there are two. But the word is like that. That's why Vachartham, then Lakshartham, all that analysis, Prakriya has to be given. எது நெகேட் பண்ணணும் அது நெகேட் பண்ணணும், எது எடுத்துக்கணும் அது எடுத்துக்கணும் இல்லையா? So that all is hidden in this shloka. So I am putting in a Vedantic words. Okay, what is the example? He gives one. From the big flame of fire, so many sparks will come. Achishihi means the sparks, Spulinga also in the Upanishad called. Analaha Agni, another name to Agni. Achishaha means the sparks which comes, Puri, Nerupu Puri, which comes up like that. That spark which born out of the fire can never illumine the fire. Other word, can never illumine the fire. Sir, பெரிய பொறி வந்துச்சுன்னா sorry, என்ன வந்துச்சுன்னா it cannot. இத்தனை பொறி வர தமிழே வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. This many sparks and so many. Now you take the example. Big galaxies, big stars, they are all the puri. Where from they all came? Who created? Definitely that person or that thing should be how much bigger? So many things, big things. Then the creator, who is the cause for appearing these bigger things, how much will be big? That's why Brahman, bigger than the biggest. Brihat Tattvat iti Brahma. How beautifully Shastra Upanishad gives, you have to ponder on that by seeing all these things. So he is giving the example of, so like that, the body mind complex, the senses, the mind, and all these things has appearing now. They are all acting. But none of these faculties, instruments, can never make that which is the cause. They can never know it. They can never make him to shine. Okay. This shining and a varta only apparent only. It is not real. It is only an expression of word. Okay. That's the example. You can take another example which you know. Now I take a big flame or the torchlight to show the sun. Hey, see the sun. I am putting the torchlight. Or simple example. ஒரு விளக்கு இருக்கு, one small flame lamp. To see that lamp, or to prove there is this, the burning lamp is there, you need another lamp? No. Because that it is self-shining, self-illumining. It prakashakam, swayam prakashakam. Same way, our Swarupam, I am self-illumined. I am the Chit, I am the Sat also. நான் இருக்கேன் எனக்கு தெரியும். அந்த இருப்புதல் தான் Shuddha Gnanam. That word he will also come tell. So here he wants to negate. Negate means these, whichever, whatever, your body, mind, complexes, senses, all this, they are functioning because of that, but they cannot prove or show that and turn back. This is, many Upanishads are roaring. Manasa navin manute, ena manas mano viditam. எது இருக்கிறதுனால மனசு தெரிகிறது, ஆனால் மனசை அதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியாது. சார் இப்போது அந்த மனசு வச்சுக்கிட்டு தானே சார் இங்கே கிளாஸில் உட்காந்துட்டு ஏதோ கேட்டுட்ருக்கோம்னா, அதெல்லாம் கேளு. அதுக்கப்புறம் யூ ஹேவ் டு ட்ராப் யுவர் மைண்ட், யூ ஹேவ் டு ட்ராப் யுவர் ஸ்ட்ரகுள் டு நோ. தேர் இஸ் நத்திங் டு நோ, ஜஸ்ட் பி. யூ ஆர், ஐ ஆம். That's why Upanishads, Shastra itself becomes silent afterwards. He is going to tell that. Okay, after that, that means I will put Indriya Agocharam. Okay, shall I quote the mantra from Natatra Suryo Bhati na Chandrata? Famous, no? Everybody knows, normal people also. Natatra, தெரிஞ்சவங்க எல்லாரும் படிங்க. நதத்ர சூர்யோ பாதி ந சந்திர தாரகம் நேமா வித்யுதோ பாந்தி குதோயம் அக்னிஹி தமேவ பாந்தமனுபாதி சர்வம் தஸ்ய பாசா சர்வமிதம் விபாதி. Ding 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 ding. Every kovil they do all this. Then they will bring and what? The small 10 paise karpuram you took and made and see the Lord. பெருமான் பாருங்க, பார்த்தோம் பெருமான் பார்த்தோம். அவன் இருட்டில் வச்சு அப்புறம் ஒரு கற்பூரம் ஏற்றி அவன் பார்த்தீங்களான்னு சொல்லி அப்புறம் அவனுக்கு கது மூடிட்டு உள்ளே வச்சுட்டு இவன் பாட்டு இவன் போகிறானே, எல்லோரும் போகிறாங்களே. பெருமாள் அங்கே இல்லைப்பா, இங்கே இருக்கான். நீ தான் பெருமாள், ரகசியமாக சொல்லணும், பப்ளிக்காக சொல்லக்கூடாது. நானே கடவுள், சினிமா எடுத்தானே யாரும் அது என்ன எடுத்தோன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. வாட் ஹி டன் இன் இட். அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மி யூ வாண்ட் என்ன எப்படி ஓடிச்சு எனக்கு தெரியாது. ஸோ இந்திரிய அகோச்சரம் நத்தத்ர. That means here in this way nisheda siddha. What he wants to say actually, Upanishad also not able to clearly explain what is Brahman means. It won't, never says this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman, na iti na iti na iti. Nishedataha it says, and then after done negation everything, my dear, what is left? The negator remains. That negator is the Satyam. Sesham, what is there? That is Moolam, Sesham, after negating everything. That is the only way. There is no other method. I negate this, I negate this, I negate. See, I am only telling God is there, sun is there, mountain is there, you are there, he is there, she is there. Everything, if I am, I exist, then only God exists. If I say only sun is there, if I don't say, if I don't see, where is the existence of the God or the sun or the mountain or anything? So my existence, my presence is important because I am already there. That's why I know everything. If that, so my existence, my beingness is more important. Unfortunately, we forgot this and we ignore it and we run outside. Come back, come back, come back, come back and abide here. So in this way, negation introduced. Okay, that's why that nishedaka, nishedha siddhi. Then after nishedha siddhi word means what? After negating everything, then Upanishad says it won't speak. நீயே கண்டுபிடிச்சிக்கோ. நெகேட் பண்ணது நெகேட் யார் பண்ணா? நான் தான் பண்ண மாஸ்டர். நீ இருக்கல்ல, எல்லாம் நெகேட் பண்ணிட்டேன், நீ தான் சத்தியம் போ. அவன் இன்னும் தலை சொருகிட்ட சரி உட்கார் வந்து அடுத்த உபனிஷத்து கேளு. நாளைக்கும் கிளாஸ் இருக்கு, இன்னும் 2 நாள் பாகவதம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லோகா. सत्वं रजस्तम इति त्रिवुदेकमादौ सूत्रं महानहमिति प्रवदन्ति जीवं ज्ञानक्रियार्थफलरूपतयोर्शक्तिः ब्रह्मैव भाति सद् असच्च तयोः परं यत् सदसत् विलक्षणम्. புரிஞ்சிச்சா என்ன பேச போகிறார்? மாண்டூக்கியம் பேச போகிறார், பேசுகிறார். சதசத் விலக்ஷணம், karyakarana vilakshanam. To say that he is telling, you see, before appearing all these things, okay, before the creation, maya, trigunatmika maya asti. Brahma ashritya trigunatmika maya asti. Tattvaboda. Brahman ஆசிரிச்சிருக்கிற 3 குணங்களோட கூடி இருக்கிற மாயா இருக்கு முதல்ல. அது அப்போ எதுவுமே இல்லை, அது மட்டும் இருக்கு. Then that, yesterday I told already, no, Maya creation is just little mentioning that. Yeah, then it become Mahat Tattvam. I mean, it is ready to deliver. Soul and state. Okay? Kotte, tannilo potta seed, ubbi irukku, ready now. அந்த உப்பி இருக்கிற கர்ப்பமான கர்ப்பமாக இருக்கிற ஸ்திதி பேர் ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பா. Ready, Mahatattvam. Then slowly what came? Ahankara. Okay, then already gunas are coming along with it. Then Ahankara, I want to take many forms. Then slowly, and the Sukha Dukkha Samsara, up to that, everything arranged. Everything is nicely arranged for you. Dinner like, lunch like. Sukham, Dukkam, ellam irukku. யாரும் எங்கிருந்து இல்லை, உங்கள் யுவர் ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ் இட் செல்ஃப் வில் தி கிவ் சுகம் அண்ட் துக்கம், போத் தே வில் கிவ். வை சார் தே கேன் கிவ் ஓன்லி சுகம்? நோ, இட் இஸ் நாட் பாசிபிள் மை டியர், பிகாஸ் திஸ் கிரியேஷன் இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோ அலாங் வித் த துவந்த்வாஸ். திஸ் இஸ் த ரூல். இஃப் யூ டோன்ட் accept, you can't understand the Vedanta, you cannot cross over the Maya also. Okay? So, Karya Karana Vilakshanam, and so up to Ahankara, Pranas, Panchamahabhutas, Sukshma Panchamahabhutas, Sthula Mahabhutas, all this comes. Now, what he wants to say at the end, he is telling, Brahma eva bhati. This Chara, Achara, Sad, Asad. Okay? Irike illa. Irikkardi illa. Existence and non-existence is known by whom? Even though we talk existence is the consciousness, but normally I say this exists. இது எனக்கு தெரியும். I know this. This word is good. I know this. I don't know this. Who knows this too? I know. I don't know. That means the knower, real knower, is the knower of the known and unknown. Any pairs of words you can use for it. So he wants to conclude by saying that everything, my dear, Brahma Swarupam only. Sarvam Brahmamayam. அப்படி பாடுங்க சார், இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் புரியாது சார். ரே ரே Sarvam Brahmamayam. If it is like that, how can I talk about it? How can I explain about it? Kim vachaniyam, kim avachaniyam, kim bodhavyam, kim avabodhavyam. So, be silent, keep quiet, be with yourself. Okay? So, Sadasat Vilakshanam, Karya Karana Vilakshanam. But tomorrow I have to take up the thread from here and go into little Mandukya and enjoy. Because when we talk about the Karya Karana, we must, because Karya Karana Vilakshanam Turiyam is explained and talked a lot in detail in the Mandukya. Okay, don't worry. நாளை கிளாஸ் எப்படி இருக்குமோ இப்படி தான் இருக்கும், ஜாலியாக இருக்கும், சிரிச்சிட்டே கேட்பீங்க, புரிஞ்சுக்குவீங்க. ஓம் மங்களம் ஓம் காரமங்களம் ஓம் மங்களம் ஓம் காரமங்களம் ஓம் மங்களம் குரு பாதமங்களம் ஓம் மங்களம் குரு பாதமங்களம் ஓம் மங்களம் ஓம் காரமங்களம் ஓம் மங்களம் குரு பாதமங்களம் ஓம் மங்களம் குரு பாதமங்களம் குரு பாதமங்களம் குரு பாதமங்களம். நித்யோத்சவோ பவத்யேஷாம் நித்யஸ்ரீர்நித்யமங்கலம் ஏஷாம் ஹ்ருதிஸ்தோ பகவான் மங்களாயதனம் ஹரிஹி. ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி. ஹரிஹி ஓம் ஸ்ரீ குருப்யோ நமஹ. ஹரிஹி ஓம். ஹரி ஓம் தத்சத்.